Sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came.
Good afternoon. My name is Jessica LaGreca, and I am here performing this presentation with Brendan, Tiana, Nick, and Melissa. As caring students of Penn State who are highly involved with Dawn, we have noticed something problematic that we strongly believe must be taken care of. For those of you who attended Dawn last year at any given moment, you may have noticed a mass amount of unorganized occurrences. From something as minuscule as long lines outside the Bryce Jordan Center forming in the freezing cold weather, to something as devastating as the families of dancers being unable to support their son or daughter as they dance for the entire 48 hours, there are severe changes that must be made.
You cast a spell on me, you hit me like the sky fell on me.
Now, I'm happy to introduce to you Brendan, whom will go into further discussion about what we specifically believe must come to a change.
Thank you. As the annual Penn State 46-hour dance marathon, known simply as Dawn, has grown over the years, so too has the interest in attending the event by students, parents, alumni, and many others. This issue of large crowds flocking to the Bryce Jordan Center one weekend every February reached new levels in 2013, causing many people to call for change. Throughout the weekend, there were massive lines to get into the Bryce Jordan Center for Dawn, causing people to wait hours in the freezing cold to try to enter the building.
And I decided you look well on me, so let's go somewhere no one else can see you and me.
Unfortunately, due to the current system in place, most of these people were eventually turned away and unable to attend. Also, the pass list, which is a list of people allowed to enter the floor to spend time with the dancers, had all sorts of problems. These problems resulted in people not being able to get onto the floor at the appropriate time, and in some cases, parents of dancers were even turned away from supporting their child while they danced for 46 straight hours.
Turn the lights out now I'll take you by the hand.
With so many issues at last year's Dawn, many people, like our group, are calling for change. One writer for Onward State, a popular blog about Penn State by the name of Ryan, believes that Dawn has ultimately peaked in terms of its popularity and appeal, and that something must be done to improve the system. He notes that the balance must be struck between the Dawn families and the students who do so much to raise millions every year, so that everybody can enjoy Dawn together and in a safe manner. Now, Tiana will discuss our specific plan to improve Dawn and how we will implement said plan.
Thank you, Brendan. We have come up with a number of solutions to the problem that, if implemented correctly, can change Dawn as a whole and help it move more smoothly. One of our proposed solutions is having a different entrance solely for the families of the dancers. With this, it is the dancers' responsibility or the committees to provide the securing staff with names of those individuals that are coming to support them. Also, we have brainstormed an idea to have the sections of the BJC divided up between the amount of money an organization has raised. That way, the people who have contributed the most will be as close to the floor as possible.
Now I'll take you by the hand you another drink.
These section sheets will be held only for the organization, without the fear of their spot being taken or removed. We came up with the following solutions to tackle the problem of families not being able to witness their children's participation and to give respect to the organizations that have worked hard to raise the large amount of monies that they contributed. Lastly, we plan to raise awareness of our proposed solution by having fundraisers, having Dawn participants sign petitions, and giving a presentation to the Dawn chair in hopes that they will notice our efforts and well thought out ideas. We'll explain how these are only suggestions, and we only desire to improve the glorious event. And if granted, we will then work with the Thon Chair Committee to conduct an appropriate law for the matter. And now, our group member Nick will discuss the practicality of our plan.
Right now, the Thon Chair Committee is actively searching for new solutions to improve the efficiency, fluidity, and overall experience of Thon after the problem with the pass list reached an all-time high last year. So they are very open to any suggestions for possible solutions. It's not a low-key issue. The crowd-related problems at Thon are pretty well known, so if our plan is solid and sufficient, we shouldn't have much trouble when it comes to obtaining support or the resources needed to implement our plan, since the solution is so sought after. Awareness and motivation will be derived from fundraisers, signs, events, presentations, and things of the like that will focus on the what's in it for me aspect regarding the less concerned individuals. Counterarguments and opposition will present themselves as always, and so when it comes to the subject of our plan's cons, like the staffing and isolation of our proposed new entrance for families, we can be sure that the pros far outweigh them. There may be claims that it would be unfair to prioritize seating based on money raised, or that a separate entrance may cause even more backup. However, it's essential that we simplify seating and ensure that the seats people have aren't taken. Amount of fundraised money seemed like the most applicable method of organizing and maintaining seating.
Drink it if you can you spend a little time? Time is slipping away from us, so stay.
A separate entrance for families would prevent confusion, which is a major part of why the lines were backed up in the first place. It would make the process of admittance a lot more straightforward and save time. Our plan's main focus is the organization of the massive crowds, meaning that the families will surely and firstly be identified, which is an issue in and of itself, and then of course let in with priority. The organization of the BJC by fundraised money, family, friends, and specified entrances will greatly reduce the chaos, with only the small cost being more and better staffing.
Thank you, Nick. As my group mates have explained to you, Thon is something we all love and want to continue to succeed for all the years to come. By fixing some of the glitches, we can help Thon raise the most money possible and help support the Four Diamonds Fund. As Tiana proposed, we will create a presentation of how to change the long entrance lines, get access to a parent entrance gate, and designate spots in the stands for Greek life, special interest orgs, and clubs. Hopefully, being a little more organized will allow for Thon 2014 to run more smoothly. With the pass system and long lines outside of the BJC being hot topic from last year's weekend-long event, officials are sure to be in process of changing the problems. Our plan is simple to say the least. A couple of little changes could make a huge difference for everyone. As Audrey Hepburn once said, as you grow older, you discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others. The best way to continue this service is to fix the policies and ensure a greater celebration for all of those who give so much. Lastly, everything Penn State students do for Thon is ultimately for the kids, and that is one thing we will have to keep in our minds.
Make you glad you came. The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came.
And the total for Thon 2013 Inspire Tomorrow's Miracles is...
Way too slow, way too slow. Go!
I will leave you with a common Thon quote. I dance for hope, for a cure, for courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength, for those who could not be here today.
for the kids. Thon.